Welcome. It's Phillippa again from Soulful Code. How are you feeling? It's a rhetorical question, I know, but it's such a crazy time for all of us. You've come to exactly the right place right now, whenever you're watching this, whether it's live or at some time in the future. Pranayama is what we're doing today. Now, there's 8 limbs on the path of yoga. What we generally do on this mat is the 3rd limb, asana, or postures. And they're designed to prepare the body for pranayama, what we're about to do now. They help to stretch, take all the kinks out of the spine so there's no pain to distract us, while we're concentrating on our breath. So what we need to do now, in case we've been sitting down for most of the day, is do a few asana, just 10 minutes tops, to help open up the lungs, to take any aches out of the spine or the shoulders or any other joints, to prepare us for sitting down for a good 50 minutes. So let's do that now. Let's come onto all fours to begin. Cat-cow. Now you may not have a yoga mat at home. A rug will do the job just as well to make sure it's not a slippery rug. Don't want to be doing it on floorboards, because what can happen when you're in down dog is the hands could slide forward. So get something with traction underneath the hands. We're starting with hands under our shoulders. Inhaling, let's look forward to begin. Breathing in deeply. And as we exhale, draw the belly in and push down in the hands. Our head comes down. Inhaling, look forward, lengthen through the base of the spine. And on the exhale, tuck that tailbone under, focus on the hands, push them down into the mat to help arch the spine. Now as we breathe in, raise the head, look up, lift up the tailbone as well. Exhale into your cat. Breathe. Tuck your toes behind you, and as you exhale the 3rd time, come up into down dog. Now a lot of us are stiffer than we usually are. So let's see where the heels are. Are they well up in the air like this? If they are, walk the dog. And if your heels are all the way down, press your little toes into the mat, raise up the big toes. And let your big toes come down. If you're walking the dog, come to stillness. Let's come to the front of our mats, forward fold. Knees can bend if you need. Inhale, tall. We'll do 3 sun salutes to open the body. Let's check our breath first. Because the breath is our real focus this class, let's begin right now with the most wonderful type of breathing, Ujjayi breath, the triumphant breath. So, thumbs and forefingers touch. Keep your gaze soft on the floor ahead and listen to the sound of your breath. Turn up the volume just a bit or 2. Equal length in and out. No strain, but allow the breath to be audible. Inhaling Exhaling. Inhaling, looking ahead. Stepping back into your high plank. Draw the belly in as you exhale down. Hover or come to your belly. Inhaling into up dog. 3 breaths here. Gaze down to the nose. And as you breathe out, take down dog. 3 breaths. We're looking forward. Breathe in as you walk to the front. Rise on an inhale. So Ujjayi, the triumphant breath. Triumphant because it stops us thinking trivial thoughts. It clears our mind. Notice how your mind loves to wander, especially in down dog. Focus completely on the sound of your breath now. Two more breaths. Let's do 5 in all. Soften your shoulders as you inhale to the front, bowing down on the exhale. Inhaling tall. So with this breath, we triumph over the chatter of the mind. Five breaths in your down dog. We're breathing in as we look forward, walking to the front of our mat. Exhale, forward fold. Knees can bend if you need. Now let your belly muscles lift you. Inhaling tall. Take your feet slightly apart, touch thumbs and forefingers, close your eyes. Focus completely on the sound and the feel of your breath. We come into sitting. I'm just doing a profile shot for now. So we've begun to open our lungs by raising the arms, doing forward folds, plank postures, up and down dogs. Now let's introduce a little twist before we begin our seated pranayama. So let's turn to the right, left hand, right knee, and your right fingertips on the mat behind. See if you can draw the breath as deeply as you can. One of your lungs now, the right lung is a little bit twisted and thinned out. But you can still take the breath all the way down into the belly. Let's soften our shoulders and turn back to the front. Hands are on our knees. Breathe out, chin to the chest, round your spine backwards. Inhale, roll forward and up. It's a seated version of cat-cow. One more exhale back. Second side, here's our right hand outside the left knee. We're turning to the left. Two more breaths. Turning back to the front once more, our seated cat-cow. Exhaling, chin to the chest, round the spine backwards. Inhaling, forward and up. We're coming up, ready to begin. A lot of us have new tension or stiffness in the lower back because the way we're sitting at home in chairs that aren't necessarily ergonomic like office chairs. So make sure you're comfortable. You may want to get a blanket or a towel and just sit on that so the pelvis tilts forward a little. Maybe even sit on a cushion or a blanket. So we're just going to give you half a minute to find something to sit on if you're not comfortable on your mat. So pranayama, we call it pranayama, just like instead of saying do not, we say don't, it's an abbreviation, but pranayama is the full phrase. Prana is what we use every day, our breath, in and out, in and out. But it also means something etheric, something not visible, our actual life force. That's what we call in yoga prana. Ayama is to extend or to expand, to make something bigger or longer. So what we're doing is we're increasing the length of our breath to help our prana, our life force, increase in vitality, to increase in intensity. And this prana is considered wonderful for our physical immunity against anything that marauders us from the outside. It's also the essence of the anti-aging process of yoga. People with a lot of prana look decades younger than they are. Let's see how we can use pranayama. What's considered a full cycle of pranayama has 4 stages. The first is to lengthen the exhale. So take the hand that you write with. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put my first 2 fingers here. Now, if you're left-handed, obviously, you've got your left two fingers here. So we're going to use, whether we're right or left-handed, a thumb or the last two fingers to block our right nostril. And we're going to use our two fingers or our thumb, if we're left-handed, to block the left nostril. So just do that in turn, side to side. See how comfortable that is. I'm not left-handed, so I'm going to use my right hand, so I look a little more competent with what I'm doing. Just see how comfortable it is for you to switch from side to side. The first of our pranayama is called Anuloma Pranayama, lengthening the exhale. So this is what we do. We're going to place our two fingers here, and we're not going to block either nostril. We're going to breathe in. Now block your right nostril and breathe out through the left. Release your right nostril, breathing through both. Block your left nostril, breathe out through the right. Breathing through both. Breathe out through the left. Inhaling through both. Through the right. So it does take focus. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through the left now. So go at your pace. Inhaling. Exhale, opposite nostril. Now soon you'll begin to notice your exhales become a lot longer. And you're hearing your breath as you breathe in and out. Two more. Let your hand rest on your knee. Close your eyes, soften your breath. Breathe equally in and out through both nostrils. Some of us may be feeling a little giddy. If there's soreness in the chest, then you'll know from now on to breathe more gently. Often, when we're new to this style of yoga, we breathe very, very deeply and intensely, and we strain the alveoli in our lungs. Tiny little cauliflower florets that absorb oxygen and then release carbon dioxide. We don't want to force anything in pranayama. Have full effort, but go gently. We've lengthened our exhale. The second of 4 stages of one pranayama cycle is to lengthen the inhale. Viloma Ujjayi, lengthening the inhale Ujjayi, that audible breath we practiced in our sun salutes and in our first pranayama. So before we do, close your eyes, find your Ujjayi breath again, your triumphant breath. It's soft, but it's audible. It's like saying the sound ah with closed ears. There's no vocalization, it's simply the vibration of the vocal cords. So let's take our first two fingers of our writing hand in the middle of our eyebrows again. We're going to block our right nostril to breathe in through the left. Breathe out through both nostrils. Close your left nostril, breathe in. Release and breathe out. Inhale through the left. Inhale through the right. So you're blocking one nostril at a time as you inhale now. Exhaling through both. Two more. Let your hand rest on your knee again. Notice how still your body may have become. Keep your eyes closed. And even though we've been breathing in very deeply, in and out, isn't it amazing now how the breath doesn't want to move much at all? It wants to stay very slight and very still. There is a reason, anatomically. We've drawn a lot of oxygen in and expelled much more carbon dioxide than usual. So we've filled up the petrol tank of gases in our lungs. We don't need to breathe that much. And that's why pranayama is so useful for inducing a meditative state. We'll take 3 minutes now before we move on to do just that. Enjoy how still your breath has become. I'll play a single chime when we're ready to begin pranayama again. Stay focused on the very slight movement of your breath. We've lengthened our exhale, we've lengthened our inhale. Now we're going to put them together. We're going to breathe equally in and out through alternate nostrils. We won't be taking our grip away from the nose. Let's start with 2 fingers or a thumb, depending on whether you're left or right-handed. For me, right-handed, my thumb is on my right nostril. Let's breathe in through our left. Now block your left and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. And we move over. We breathe out and in. Move over, out and in. That's what our rhythm is now, at your pace. Now we'll need to keep our mind focused, because often we get confused. We're breathing out and then in, both sides, in turn. One nostril, out and in. This is the reverse of what we're used to. You breathe in before you change signs. Three more times. Let your hand rest down on your knee. Now as you breathe equally through both nostrils, you may notice how deep the breath has become. We want it deep. So let's prepare for our next pranayama. This is the most forceful of what we'll be doing today. This is one of the most popular. It's called Kapalabhati, the shining skull breath. But there are caveats. If you have high blood pressure, if you have glaucoma, pressure behind the eyeball on the lens, if you suffer frequent headaches or migraines, if you're pregnant, you're going to be doing what we've just done. Nadi Shodhana, side to side, out and in, out and in. Continue that while others perform Kapalabhati. It's called the shining skull breath because it makes the face and the whole body glow. 3 rounds of 11 forceful exhales each, and it's like we're breathing fire. We're a dragon. We're snorting flames out through the nose. Some other things actually tend to snort out through the nose, but a tissue usually gets rid of them. So just notice now, if there's anything in your nose, just have a few snorts. No one can hear you in your own home. I think I'm safe, which is just as well. Have a tissue handy in case you need it. Now, as we breathe out, we're going to draw our belly in. And this is the muscle that's going to do it for us. Take your fingertips just between where your ribs separate. That's the diaphragm. It feels really springy and strong. Take your palm on your diaphragm. Give yourself a little dragon fire breath. You want to feel the diaphragm sucking in as you do, like this. We don't move the shoulders up and down. Shoulders stay still. It's simply the diaphragm sucking in on the exhale. Some may want to keep the palm here. You ready? Deep breath in, all the way to the belly. 11 forceful exhales. Let the breath soften. You may feel quite giddy. So we take 5 normal slow breaths to equalize. Our second round, 11 forceful exhales. Deepest breath in you can to begin. Let the body rest. Notice how still your breath is becoming. There may be giddiness again. I find this helps, keeping thumbs and forefingers touching, keeps the mind focused on what we're doing. Now, with our final round, there's one difference. After we finish our final 11th exhale, we're going to let our belly soften and then taking the deepest, deepest breath you can, and then chin to the chest, you're going to hold the breath. If you've got all of those 4 or one of those 4 contraindications, pregnancy, glaucoma, high blood pressure, migraines, You're going to continue doing this. You're not going to hold your breath. The second you need air, you raise your head, you let the air out that you've held, and you breathe. Here we go. So we're holding on an inhale. We're retaining our breath with our lungs full of air at the end of this final round. Take a deep breath in. Let the belly soften, taking the deepest breath you can. Chin to the chest, hold the breath. The second you need air, raise your head and let your breath held out. Allow yourself to breathe gently in your throat. We'll take meditation again for a few minutes. Focus only on your breath. Lengthen to the exhale. We've lengthened the inhale. We've held our breath. We've retained the breath with the lungs full of air. Now the most challenging. We're going to hold the breath with no air in our lungs. This is called external kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is breath retention. So we're going to exhale all the air out. Let's just try that now. Take a deep breath in. Completely exhale. Bring your chin to your chest. It may only last about 3 or 4 seconds before we need air. Let's see how we go. We never force it. We always raise our head and take air when we need to. Let's try it one more time. Take a deep breath in. Now let all right to the very, very end. Chin to the chest, hold. Doesn't take long, does it? The way we do this is quite remarkable. We're going to come to stand. And your legs might be feeling a little stiff now after more than half an hour sitting down. So first of all, before you come to stand, stretch the legs all the way out. Massage the knees a little if they need to be massaged. Move them up and down. Just get a little movement back into the legs. Take them apart. Work the ankles as well. What we're about to do is one of my favourite pranayama. And the best way we can do it is at the end of a complete traditional cycle. Lengthening the exhale, lengthening the inhale, holding our breath with full lungs. That prepares us for the most challenging of pranayama. Now remember those 4 caveats we had for Kapalabhati. Headaches, glaucoma, high blood pressure, pregnancy. You're able to do this if you have any of those 4, but go very, very, very gently. The second you need air, raise your head and take it. I'll demonstrate how we do this. So the legs are quite wide. This is hips width, they're not very far apart. We're going to double that. So if you're standing on your mat facing me, your feet are pretty much at either side of your mat. I'll demonstrate what we do. We're going to inhale all the way back to stretch and open the lungs. Breathe out completely. Soften the belly. Then we're going to suck in the whole of our belly, the whole of our abdominal wall. So this is a dynamic sucking in. Navel towards the spine. We're not taking any air. There's no air in our lungs at all. The second you need air, relax the belly. Bring yourself back up. Let's see how we go. We call this Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha is also known as the lower transverse abdominis. When we bring our weight in our heels, we activate that muscle, but it has another meaning in Sanskrit. It's this particular form of pranayama that really takes you deeply. So bring the weight back in the heels. Inhaling all the way up and back. Now breathe out completely, softly but completely. Let your belly go soft. Now suck the belly in, navel to the spine, chin to the chest. No breath at all. Second you need air, soften the belly, inhale and come to stand. Notice how strong your feet feel now, as if they're the roots of a great big redwood tree. This is an extremely grounding pranayama. Let your breath be normal. We'll do this twice more. So when you're ready, inhale, exhaling completely. Soften the belly, suck it in and up, chin to the chest, no breath. It's common for people to feel quite sleepy and tired after this. At any time you can come to lie down to rest if you don't want to do the third one with us. And one more. Come to lying down on your nose, or 1 minute rest, then you'll hear a single chime. Come back up to sitting. And we know we're not meant to be touching our faces. I'm going to be asking you to do just that. So after this one, you're going to be washing your hands and washing your face. We're going to be placing our thumb tips lightly inside the ears. What we're going to be doing is a style of pranayama to finish called Brahmaru, the buzzing the breath. And the idea is to create a sound in our throat. And because we're going to be blocking our ears, closing our eyes with our first fingers, half closing the nostrils with our middle fingers, letting the other fingers rest here, we feel a vibration in the head. We do this 3 times. I'll show you what we do. So thumb tips lightly inside the ears to begin, just so we can get our fingers into position. First fingers close the eyes, second fingers half close the nostrils. Ring fingers rest here, little fingers rest here. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and when we breathe out, we're going to be making that buzzing, humming sound in our throat. That's when we really plug our thumb tips into the ears to feel the vibration in the skull. We'll do this 3 times. I'll demonstrate 1 and then we'll do 3 together. So I'm taking a deep breath in. Now thumb tips into the ears. Let's get ourselves ready. Hands on your knees, close your mouth. All external sound has no meaning. This is the power of pranayama, the deep stillness it can bring. Continue to meditate. Lie down if you wish.